Guys, we've got huge HBAR news for you today. Dell has joined the governing council of Hedera. This is a huge partnership. We're going to talk about what that means, what it's done for the price, and just kind of look at how this will affect Hedera going forward on today's Frugal BC. Frugal BC here, and today we're talking about a huge partnership between HBAR and Dell. Now, Hedera's governing council has partnered with Dell to develop decentralized applications on the Hedera network. This is huge. First off, it's been huge for its price, but also this is a big partnership going forward, and this is part of a number of partnerships that HBAR has had that have been huge for the coin. By the way, guys, if you like this news, you like HBAR stuff, you like algo, you like our experiments, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, remember, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. Totally fine with me. But we are talking about HBAR today. Big news. As you know, I've been starting to do more HBAR content as I've been putting more money into HBAR. I like the project. I like the way it works. It's a very unique blockchain in that it is not a blockchain. It's a network that works a little bit differently. We talked about that in our last video, so you can go check that out. HBAR has had a number of big corporate partnerships, and it's really impressive compared to a lot of the other blockchains. And this Dell partnership is the latest. So we're going to talk a little bit about how that moved the price, because the price jumped quite a bit on this news. You know the whole adage, buy the rumors, sell the news. So some of you might be taking profits right now. I think HBAR is a long ways to go, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, hashtag blah, blah, blah. So let's look at this news. And I got to look at my notes a little bit, so you'll have to forgive me. So basically, Dell will focus on developing applications for the edge computing environment. And the reason they're on Hedera is because Hedera provides a secure, stable public network for businesses to build on, which is really, really cool. Now, they already got a huge number of members. They include on the Hedera Council like Google, IBM, Deutsche Telekom, Boeing, DBS, Nomura Holdings, LG, like a bunch of partners that you've already heard of, big names. It's just one of those coins that just has a lot of institutional support, and that makes me think, especially a lot of digital partners, I think we're going to see a big adoption from this, from just having those partners. That's a big deal. Now, some people have said HBAR is a little centralized because of this, but the plan is to eventually expand that out to have more nodes. Same way Algorand did, it started off very centralized, and people criticize this, but the thing is, eventually they grow more and more nodes and it becomes more decentralized, but they do this in a very specific way. I don't think you can have a project like this that starts off decentralized from the get-go. I think you have to slowly develop this, and you can develop it in a smart way. So I don't have a problem with that. So actually, Dell's been involved in the blockchain for a long time. So it's not like this is a new thing for them. It actually goes back over a decade. So actually, joining the Hedera Council is its first move in quite some time. So it's pretty cool to see that. I think this is a great partnership. Now let's take a look at the price a little bit, because we can see how this moved. So we have Hedera. It's number 6 in the market cap, so right behind Algorand, which we cover on the channel. Algorand's also had a great week, by the way. I just want to point that out. Sitting at 29 cents right now, up 22% on the week. But Hedera, jumped. Look at that 24-hour jump, up 11%, almost 12% on that news. Falling down a little bit today, as did Algorand. We can take a look at the chart too, because I think this is kind of interesting. By the way, currently 26 million circulating supply for HBAR, which is a billion. I said it wrong again. 26 billion circulating supply for HBAR of the 50 billion. Got to get those B's and M's correct. And that's a billion more than the last time I did a video, which is about a month ago. So a lot of the supply is coming out, and despite that supply coming out, we're still seeing some pretty good value with HBAR. That's a good sign. Now, I've heard Algorand criticized for having a really high market cap, but it hasn't really higher supply, I should say, not market cap. And HBAR has had a much higher. So you're talking 50 billion, and more than half of that is out right now, and that's a lot that's been released and not really affecting it. So this is over a day. You can see this Look at this. Look at this. Look at this crazy chart here. It was at 6 cents, jumped up to almost 8 cents, just a little under that. And in fact, it's actually a little bit. So it's holding pretty steady for over that day. So it's only the very beginning. If we look at the 7-day, you can see quite a bit of jump. You can see this huge spike. So that's a big deal. Great to see. I'm very bullish on HBAR. I think it's a great project. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about HBAR in this news. I just love to see these big partnerships. As much as I like the scrappy crypto world, and I like doing it, you know, the kind of indie style of that. You can't deny that when you have a layer one like this, again, you know, it's HBAR is very different, and I really like their unique approach. The consensus mechanism, I think, is a great way to do this. I just like that it thinks differently, and it appears that the way it's thinking differently seems to be very attractive to these institutions. They're ones that make sense, you know, Google, AWS. I mean, that's how you want partnered with your blockchain. So that's a big deal. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this partnership. Leave it in the comments below, or anything else about HBAR you want to say. I appreciate it. Really love how the HBAR community has embraced me. As you know, I am primarily an Algorand creator, but I'm really expanding out to Near and HBAR and some of these other tokens. And I found there's a lot of overlap. A lot of people who like Algorand also like HBAR and also like Near. So that's cool. I think it makes sense. It's natural. I kind of gravitated toward that myself. You know, when I started looking into these other chains, they appealed to me probably for a lot of the same reasons that Algorand did. They're fast, they're easy to use. And so I'm happy with that. So, hey, you guys want to leave comments? Love to hear what you have to say. As always, like and subscribe if you don't mind. I appreciate it. And as always, I'm Frugal BC. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. So get your stuff off exchanges as much as possible. Keep them safe. And otherwise, I got links in the description if you want to support the channel. Lofty AI investment, real estate investment. You can get a pretty good deal if you go through my link. Ledger if you want to keep your stuff safe. Otherwise, I hope you guys are doing well out there. Stay safe. As always, I'm Frugal BC, and I will see you in the future.